Hello everybody, my name is Cotangent Theta and this is Over Optimistic. Now, I've been ranking up in Platinum, I've been playing a bit more Mercy now actually, and I've just gotten more playtime in Mercy now than I have as Zenyatta, so I guess you could say maybe she's my go-to support, but only because of really how powerful she is right now. I'd say my Zenyatta is still very good, I still use Zenyatta when I need an off-healer. But I'm playing a lot of Mercy, so I thought, why not do an episode on Mercy? We're on Numbani. It's going to be a good game. Let's jump into it. Okay. So we are starting here. I'm just starting off by damage boosting this Junkrat, of course, because that is a very effective thing to do, I would say.
Tracer. That sounds like Ryan's coming up here.
It's nice that we've got some communication. I always find that we're so much more likely to win when there's positive communication in the game. People telling us, oh, okay, there's a tracer, and I called out where the tracer was. By the way, you won't hear any of my voice comms in-game because it would be kind of weird and distracting for you to hear my voice reviewing the footage and my voice in the footage. Ooh. We're gonna go back and, I don't know. Alright. That was too far.
On Ryan shield here.
So basically, alright.
McCree's low, McCree's low.
Alright, I heard the charge. Yeah, I heard the charge. I kind of had time to get out of the way. It was a bit of a sneaky charge. I wasn't looking like at him or anything. I should have noticed, but I'm not really surprised that I didn't, just because he's sort of in the corner of my eye here. What I'm really focused on is this right here in the middle, critical, and I'm just trying to move closer to him, right, so that I can get some healing in on him, and unfortunately that leads to a tragic fate, let's say. Yeah, that was unfortunate. This, I mean, it could be winnable if they get a pick. No, but we just got picked, so not winnable. Definitely not winnable.
McCree's still low, fuck. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't let him get it if you can. I guess I'm the only fucking one. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, very unfortunate. So I'm going a little bit too far up here. I shouldn't be like the front line. Me and Zen in the front line. No, that's not good. Alright, so yeah, our baby diva's gonna die back there, I suspect. Ooh. Oh, Zen, why'd you move towards me?
Alright, so you guys need to fall back. We need to regroup now.
Why'd you move towards me, Zen? I'm so sad. Realistically, I should have been finding someone to
so you guys need to fall back.
Guardian Angel to, but I wasn't quite sure who it got stuck to. So let's watch this again. Yeah. Right, so here's Tracer beside us. I should have known, okay, it's the Zen that got stuck. And I'm looking this way. I'm looking to the right to find someone to Guardian Angel to, but there's no one there. So what the issue was, I guess, was that we shouldn't have all been clumped up like that. I should have been maybe on the high ground healing them from above, or maybe Zen also. Zen definitely should have been on the high ground, I think. Actually, let's be honest. We all should have been on the high ground, right? That was kind of ridiculous. And that Tracer was able to just walk right up to us, plant a bomb. Yeah, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Alright, well, I'm saying, okay, we shouldn't have been all together, we should have been high ground. Maybe that's not the issue. Maybe the issue is we should have waited, right? Maybe I should have been calling for our baby diva to kill herself, right? Like, baby diva, go jump off the cliff. There's a cliff back there behind first point of Numbani. She can kill herself, and then we wait for the respawn with tanks, and we can make maybe one hold in Streets phase. I would say that probably would have been the best call. Just attacking like this to begin with just 2 DPS, 2 healers, we're kind of asking to get hit by something like this. And as a result, I die, Zen dies. If just Zen had died, I could have rezzed him, right? But because we both died, that totally delays our counter push. So the takeaway from this is, guys,
alright, so you guys
group
need to
up.
fall back. We need to regroup now.
Group up, and if you are this baby diva here, don't keep running around behind enemy lines. Go jump off a cliff. Go jump off a cliff, diva. I mean that in the nicest possible way, but just go kill yourself. Here I'm saying group up. I'm not gonna make the same mistake again. I'm gonna go to where the hog is and wait until it's time for us to engage.
With this comp, I think I'm gonna go.
Okay, so it looks like Tracer is on our Zen, but McCree's gonna handle that. So that's unfortunate, right? I feel like we could have contested. We could have contested there. I feel like the hog could have jumped down early. We all could have gone in there. But that's not what happened. So that res I decided was too dangerous. That's probably the right call. We've got D.Va out of mech. That's good. That's good.
We all have
And
ults,
I have
pretty
Valve. So the question is, when am I going to decide to use this Valve? And the answer is, well, 2 of us just died. I'm going to use it now. I think that's probably a pretty good use of it. Because look at this. People are dying on our side, but people are dying on their side too. So ultimately, we won this fight thanks to my Valve.
I mean, how hard is it to kill her? Fuck. Yeah, no, I agree. Let's get that Ryan for pushing up. Get him.
What happened there? How did our hog get out of that pin? Right, so he's there. Oh, did our Arissa block him? Or huh?
Stay behind my shield.
I'm actually really confused. Well, now this is still looking good. I'm trying to charge my
Tracer's
ult.
still behind us. She's gonna fucking stick me. I knew it.
Yeah. So I died here. Why did I die? I got stuck by a
Tracer's still
bomb.
behind us. She's gonna fucking stick me. I knew it.
Now, why was I floating towards that red blinking indicator? Right? That was kind of dumb. Just more awareness stuff. And let's think about my positioning too. Maybe I shouldn't have been down there with them. Maybe I should have been up on the high ground. Right? So I'm just gonna draw this high ground. Oh, well, it's not there anymore. Good. You know what high ground I'm talking about, right? I can pretty much, my beam pretty much reaches down to where the fight was happening if I stand up there. I just need to keep an eye out behind me.
Dude, that
so I don't get flanked, and then if I do get flanked, I can sort of jump down. And it's great even if I can have a bodyguard up there like a McCree. So instead of just lumping up,
Make sure you
am I doing a good idea? Alright, so this is tough. That's good, that's good. We got... Oh, wow. How did I die through tranquility? Did I get hammered down? That was literally all of my health. 100 to 0. That's not how that works, is it? One hammer strike. No, it wasn't just the hammer strike. Somebody else hit me with something. Okay. So we got this as well, right? The big white marker, that's his hammer. But this hit marker means that somebody else actually hit me at the same time. So, okay. I was like, that does not do 200 damage. Like, Ryan's hammer, when he's boosted, is pretty impressive, but it does not do 200 damage in one swing. It does over 100 damage. He can get you in 2 swings. He cannot get you in 1 swing. So keep that in mind. Nano boosted Ryan, 2 swings and you're dead. Or if you are a Tracer or a baby D.Va, it's 2 swings and you're dead, even if he's not boosted. That does 75 damage. Now this looks like we've won this fight. So I'm gonna go, I think I'm gonna save my res is what I should do.
She's so fucking low.
Yeah. That's good. I want to be boosting McCree here. He's sort of our main damage dealer. So whenever I'm not healing anyone, I'm boosting McCree. I think that's good. Nice
That did
flash.
not work out how
Yeah.
Ooh. Zen down to 1 HP. Holy cow.
Alright.
I'm sort of focusing too much on the back line, and like I was neglecting the front line, letting our tanks take too
We
much
need to get the
damage.
Reaper if we can.
Alright. let's take a look. Was this a good time to pop Valk? Let's look at when I chose to do it. Right. When I did it when I saw the dead Rhine. And that's the thing, right? That Rhine was dead. That's the other thing I was saying. I was neglecting healing my tanks up front, and that was a problem. Oh great, Zen's dead again. Right. Everyone, stick together. If at all possible, stick together when Mercy's using Valk, because that's when as many of you as possible are going to be affected by her beam. It's effectively an AoE that is centered on the initial target. And it branches out to any number of other targets within a fixed range of that target. So it's an AoE. So if you all stick together, and that's another thing, when you're Mercy, the other tip is to try to put your beam on the most central person in a clump of people, and that way you'll get the most people. But anyway, that Valk, it did end up being good Valk because it won us the fight. And now I'm going to try to get a res on this Genji here. Was that a good use of res? He was half respawned, and it didn't look like they had any sign of pushing.
Bitch, get fucked.
So to be honest, maybe I could have saved that res, because it looked like we were already holding them off pretty well. Uh-oh, can I make it? Can I make it? Oh! Alright, let's go back a bit and see if there's anything better I could have done. Well, there is something better I could have done. Go to Reinhardt. Right? I'm like, oh, maybe I can get in that room. But no! No, look. Look at Reinhardt. He's got a barrier. He wants to protect you. He wants to be your shield, right? So, big mistake, big mental error, trying to go for very distant cover. Reinhardt is perfect cover against this. Now, the thing to be wary of, though, is if they throw their Diva Bomb... I'm going to hit play here. The thing to be wary of is if they throw their Diva Bomb behind your Rhine, he's going to have to turn around to protect you. And I think that was the case there. Why did he pop Tranquility? Transcendence. That was kind of a bad ult on Zen's part. Anyways, the problem is when Reinhardt has to actually turn around to protect everyone, he's actually leaving your team exposed.
Nice job.
He's leaving your team exposed to the enemy behind him then, right? So it's better to get to cover if cover is available, but at that point, my judgment of whether to go for cover was definitely not correct because the cover was just too far away.
Those things are gonna get nerfed.
Alright, so I almost have
it's just that they slow you down.
Valk again, which is awesome. That means we're probably gonna get to win this fight. So at this point, their Rhine is on us. They've used an ult. Now is when I should pop my ult. Yeah, there we go. They used an ult. It didn't get anyone with that ult, but then Tracer Pulse Bomb got somebody. Their Reaper got someone.
Big slam.
Gotta heal, gotta get the heals. Oh, they were purpled. Ooh. Alright, that really fell apart despite me using my ult. So let's jump back a little bit and see what happened. Why? I just flew right past him. I just flew right past that Genji that needed to be rezzed. And that was a problem. Big problem. And I wasted time sort of going into that door. I have a bad habit of always hitting the jump button afterwards.
I hooked them all for you.
Yeah, now my ult is useless. I'm trying to contest, but it's only so much I can do.
Don't go in.
They might have.
Don't go in.
They might have been able to sort of plow through my ultimate anyway, even if I had played that better, but there was definitely a couple things to fix. Like, it was definitely a problem with me ignoring.
Nice job, nice job.
Oh, I got stuck. That was a really nice pulse bomb from that Tracer. I tried to get away. It was just a skilled pulse bomb.
Stay there. I'm at 80 already. It's like 2 swings.
Yeah, our healers are dead.
We got
No,
this
he
shit.
stunned me. Fuck, man, if he hadn't stunned
Yeah,
me.
at that point, we never had time to group up.
We got him into overtime.
We never had time to group up before they pushed. That was probably the best thing that we could have done to keep trickling out. Sometimes you just have to keep contesting the card, and the best thing you can do is to get them into overtime, which is what we managed to do. Alright. Let's jump into our attacking phase. So what have we learned so far? Well, a lot of it is just awareness, not noticing the things that are on the screen. That's really frustrating to see. It's frustrating to see that I could have avoided dying if I just noticed that Reinhardt, or I could have maybe saved that fight at the end if I just noticed Genji was literally in front of me waiting to be rezzed. It's frustrating to see that sort of thing. Well, I'm just gonna hit play here. Because it's like, alright, well, I'm just gonna pay more attention and that's how I'm gonna get better? I mean, it's tough. It's tough, right? But sometimes that's true. And I'm actually working on some stuff. I'm actually thinking about techniques to improve focus.
Bitch,
And
that's a pick.
figuring out, like, being more aware of what's going on. Because it's sort of like a mental strength thing. So,
almost out of mech. Let's get Ryan, let's get Ryan. Ryan's
back
slow.
to the game.
Got him.
I should be calling out that this is not really winnable. Yeah, they lost 2. We also lost 2.
There's 3,
So
4.
Someone
Get
get
in
on
there,
the
boys.
boy.
Yeah, they're just, somebody go, oh, I guess I'm the only one in this room now. Alright.
Okay. So we should be able to win this. We got enough picks. Luckily. Somehow. I don't know how. Because they killed 2 of us first. They got the first picks.
Fuck, I took disaster.
Whoa! Okay, I guess everyone had their ults at this point.
Nice job.
We probably didn't need to all use our ult. But on the other hand, maybe we did, because we still sort of barely fended them off.
I don't know why I didn't play Hog earlier.
So here's a thing that I don't do enough that I really should. Whoa, our Ryan just got pinned.
Oh, that fucking came out of nowhere.
Okay. Here's a thing that I don't do enough that I should do a lot more of. Tracer, come on. Communicate with the other support and say, okay,
I can break that shield if I can get
if
heals.
Ryan uses Shatter, you use Transcendence. And, right, it is especially good when you've got Zenyatta, because there are specific ultimates that Zenyatta is good at countering, and some that he's not
Fuck you,
good
Tracer.
at countering.
Pussy ass bitch. That was a terrible.
So I could say, for example, if they have a soldier on their team,
Ryan, you're like the most unlucky.
I might say, okay, Zen, you use your ultimate if soldier uses his ultimate, and then I'll use my ultimate if any other ults come out.
Oh, I don't know
Right,
how
and that would be our arrangement. And then you wouldn't have this issue
Ryan's
where
one
me and
fucking
Zen are
bar.
popping our ults at the same time. Because that doesn't just happen in this game, I see that it happens so often in a lot of my
Good shit,
games.
Ryan. Nice shot, man.
So I guess I don't have res right now, so I can't res that hog. But somehow we managed to push this through. So I'm just
Why
going
do
to
I
keep
have
these
be
guys
fat
topped off.
in this game? Barely fucking walk. I already have to deal with it with my real life.
Your support has arrived. I'm taking care of you.
So I'm just keeping an eye on my flank here. Maybe not as much of an eye as I should. I can afford to be turning a lot more.
You're fucking shitting. And he's...
That was
How am I stunned?
such
He's
a
not on the
waste
ground.
of that Reinhardt ult.
Let's get you back out there.
Yeah, that was alright. So I noticed that Tracer, if I had been actually watching my surroundings more, instead of just like a token turn left once in a while,
Heroes never
right,
die. For a price.
then I would have noticed her sooner. Right, I could have been moving my field of view pretty much constantly, because that's a luxury you have as Mercy.
Fucking bitch.
Wow, my team's doing a really good job of taking care of that Mercy. I mean, that Tracer.
I have almost have ult if you want to wait. I have ult. Go for it, family.
He's fucking.
Alright, I should pop ult, I should pop ult. There we go, yes.
Get on point, get on point.
So here's a little trick. If you
He's
need
charging,
to
he's
res
charging.
in enemy territory, you want to pop your ult first, so you get the instant ult.
Heroes never die.
And then chances are a big team fight is going to break out. So your ult probably won't be wasted. That's generally what I do. Even if I only have one person to res, if they're just in the midst of the enemy, I just pop my ult and go for it. So, let's actually go back and talk about that death, because I feel like... Alright. So I'm in the back here. I feel like I should have known that there was a McCree there. And actually, I did see him in the corner of my screen. So, yeah, that's an issue I have as well, where I'm focusing too much on my team and what they're doing, and not focusing on where the enemy is.
A speedy recovery.
And when you're in Valk, I mean, let's be real, Valk is kind of a brain-dead ultimate. It's not like a super brain-dead ultimate. You have to think a bit. But you have a lot of mental energy left.
Dude, I've gotten slept when I pinned somebody like.
You got a
5
lot of
times.
mental energy left where you can look at where all the enemy
That's
is
crazy. I
and
haven't
where you
got
should be
slept
landing.
once. Which is weird, because typically I'm the only one getting slept. We still have 3 minutes and 6 seconds. The only reason the music's going crazy is because we're close. Let's just regroup and we'll be able to take a fight again.
So this is good. I like when people talk about regroup.
It's alright, it's alright. That was a waste of a fucking ult. What an idiot.
I'm gonna try to res that, I think, but I have to be cautious about it. If Tracer was
Heroes
smart,
never die.
if Tracer was smart, she would have just hidden there and waited for the res and punished hard.
Diva's low, Diva's
Fortunately,
low.
that didn't
Tracer.
kill
I'm
anyone.
taking care of
That's good. I'm trying to get to people that need healing.
What?
Junkrat!
fucking
Junkrat,
let me
get
get-
out so I can
And
come and
he
heal
used
you.
my
He couldn't there, I guess, because of the Diva ult. So this is unfortunate. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to do this. Because we've lost too many people. Now, I was not healing enough here. Let's go back, like,
Diva's
30
low,
seconds
Diva's low.
and come down here. I'm coming down here. The whole team is super spread out here. What am I doing over here, right? Our hog is up there. I'm just damage boosting this Genji that's not doing anything.
What?
Like, why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? I go over there. Okay, what I should do... Oh, I'm trying to help him kill the Tracer. But now that the Tracer's dead, I should have been boosting over to that... I should have been boosting over to the Zenyatta and then healing the Reinhardt.
What?
Like, what am I
She
doing?
fucking slapped me again,
you. You needed a doctor.
and it used my ult.
Yeah.
Heroes never die.
And so our Reinhardt died. Now I don't have a res to use on
Thank you, Mercy.
Genji.
Holy shit, I love you.
Gotta get a heal on that Rhine, but it wasn't enough.
The
So
Rhine's
I
low
needed
again.
to keep
Holy shit, I
my...
love you.
Reason I was keeping my heals on
Thank you, Mercy. Holy
Hog.
shit, I love you.
Why was I keeping heals on Hog? I healed Hog too much. And he's like, holy shit, Mercy, I love you. Thanks for the heals. I'm healing him too much, though. Right? Poor Rhine over there is not getting any heals. So that was bad healing priority, actually. Like, I'm looking in front of me, and Rhine has such a lower health bar than Hog.
Rhine's low
He's
again.
more in the thick of things. I should have been keeping that Rhine up, basically.
Oh, he's lucky I had to reload.
She fucking slept me when I
Back up.
ulted. The shatter went off, but nobody got stunned.
As far as positioning is concerned on
Alright, we
this
have Tire
point,
and Blade.
I
We
don't
should
think
be able
there's
to take a
really
point.
anything else I can do
Somebody
except
get
sort of be in the
that
midst of the
fucking
team and try to, like,
we win.
boost back and forth between different sides of the team to make myself hard to hit.
Let's go based off of these ults.
Because Mercy is sort of a relatively close range healing hero, so...
Yeah, I agree.
Positioning is like in the midst of your team. He agrees. Positioning is in the midst of your team,
Damage boost.
and that's the best.
Where are you going with that, Junk?
Tracer behind.
Ooh.
Mercy in the right.
Do we have res for him or no?
Yeah, I was able to give him res. That's good. I should have resed him sooner. I didn't actually
Alright, we
notice
should
that he had
have
died,
Mercy
I
out by
think.
now. Yeah, we do. Perfect.
I'm taking
Alright,
care
go
of
ahead and
you.
rip tire that shit.
Damage.
Alright, so I'm
around
gonna
back.
damage boost the Riptire because
Alright, Genji, it's on you, boy.
wait, did I not
My
work?
shield was up on my screen.
Oh no.
Nice shield, Ryan.
Yeah, nice shield, Ryan. Mercy's too dumb to use
Let's
it
get this, Ryan.
though.
Let's get the Ryan. I saw you get slept there, boy.
So same thing happened last time on pretty much that same
Anna's
spot.
fucking
That's a
behind
great
you,
spot
John.
for
Anna
Diva
behind
ultimates
you.
actually.
Group up.
So what I should have done, boosted right to the Rhine, just like last time.
I'm slept.
Go to the
Fuck.
Rhine.
It's literally the Ana.
Alright, let's just group up. We only have one more push.
So this is really tough because they did make it to the end, so we also need to make it to the end.
Alright, I do have Shatter here.
Can anyone touch it? I can't touch it.
I can.
Alright, so I've got to just
Alright, I
stay
have
on Rhine and
full
keep
on
him
here.
alive. That's my goal. Whew. That
Diva's
was
out of mech, Diva's out of
scary.
mech.
Did he actually fire? Did he actually fire that high noon? Or did he cancel it? I think he canceled it because no one is in his line of fire anymore.
Diva's out of mech. Diva's out of mech.
Ooh,
Diva.
that was scary. That was incredibly scary.
Slow, Ryan, slow.
That was incredibly close. If it weren't for that Lucio healing me, I would have been
Moira
so
down,
screwed.
Push it down. Keep pushing it.
It's only Moira and McCree.
Myra's down.
But we managed
Super
a
low,
really
we got
good
it.
push here.
Good shot.
So let's go back and let's look at some of this movement over here.
Full
Alright, so I'm
here.
over here trying to heal this guy. I hear high noon, right? First, I escape. So that was some nice movement. Oh, he actually did fire his high noon. I just got out of his line of sight. Thanks to that angel boost or whatever that I did. So that was some really nice movement to get out of the way there. Movement is so
Diva's out of
important
mech, Diva's out of
for
mech.
Mercy.
Give me knee, Diva. She's down.
Get Ryan,
stunned.
get Ryan, he's slow. Ryan, slow.
Oh, what am I doing? Why am I trying to heal someone who's purple?
Heroes
I have a
never
bad habit of that. I'm like just hoping the purple will disappear right away because I'm not sure
Moira
when
is
they
down,
got
Push it down,
purple.
keep pushing it.
It's only Moira and McCree.
Myra's down. Or it's just super low. We got it. Good shit.
Nice. Holy shit.
Oh my god. Nice push, boys. Who swapped? I like the Winston.
Alright, so the pattern I'm noticing here, I'm just gonna jump ahead here. The pattern I'm noticing here is that whenever I make a mistake, a lot of the time it's not like, oh, I have all the information, but I just made a bad mistake. It's more like, most of the time, it's like I didn't notice something really important. And so because of that, I made a mistake.
engaged.
It's like I need to
Tracer
focus
behind.
better,
Stream engaged.
right? I need to learn to focus.
They have Pharah as well.
I need help here, guys. You can't all.
There's one bar,
lead me.
there's one bar.
You can't all leave the top.
You needed a doctor.
No, we're all here, dude. We got 4 people up top.
Right? Like I didn't notice when that Zen
That
died.
may be, but nobody fucking was with
That
me.
was really lucky that that Diva was
Everybody
there.
went back. And they just fucking slow pushed it. Like, I can't.
We're good, we're good. We're still doing fine.
So here, yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is nuts right now. I'm not even using souls so I can go to them and res them. I'm using them for mobility so I can live longer, basically.
I tried to hold it, guys.
Yeah, so this is tough. This is tough. It doesn't look like we're gonna be able to hold
Alright,
it.
let's just group up. Or,
You sure?
yeah, they got that first part. There's no way.
So what I was saying about just being more aware of everything that's going on in the game. There was that issue with not getting behind the Rhine shield, right? Well, it's because I wasn't noticing the Rhine shield, right? And other situations, you know, the same sort of thing happens. Like that Genji, I just didn't notice him. So,
Let's get you back out there. I could use some assistance.
so the prevailing theme is just not being sufficiently aware.
Nice job.
It looks like we're going to be able to hold this here. I wish everyone was a little more grouped up so that I could heal everyone and boost everyone at once.
I'm taking care.
It's just like my brain doesn't take in
First
and
one bar.
process all the information that's on the screen. Oh, that's unfortunate. I didn't get the instant res. I'm just not taking in and processing all the information that's on the screen at once in like an optimal way. And I think that I could be doing a much better job of that. Right, about getting that in my head.
Fuck, Tracer.
So I think maybe watching Overwatch League games and so forth, and just really with an eye on keeping every hero in your mind, all 12 of them. Because that's a really tough thing for the human brain to do. Track sort of 12 individual things, right? What every hero is doing, whether they've used their ults or not. But it's sort of very important. It's not sort of. It's very important for playing Overwatch. So I think that what I will be doing is I'm going to be watching, you know, the preseason games are on now. I'm going to be watching those with an eye to really being aware of just the state of the game, everything that's happening.
It's fine, just push below, go straight to point.
Alright, coming over here, trying to heal up Lucio. We're all good. I'm getting hammered on. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta try to stay mobile.
Get Anna, Anna super low, Anna really low.
Yeah, I was going for that person that was critical, but they were actually inside the building, so I couldn't get to them and heal them. Let's see if I could have, I want to go back and see if I could have done something to prevent that, maybe with better movement. Yeah, I could have been Guardian Angel, and yeah, I just barely had Guardian Angel back. That's the thing with Mercy. You get Guardian Angel so often, you can stay really mobile a lot of the time. So just be ready, especially when you're in a big brawl, to have that next Guardian Angel target in mind for right when your cooldown, right when your cooldown ends.
Guys, we can't get off point. Stop getting off point.
I pushed up with you, Ryan.
Yeah, and then everybody else fucking got off point, guys. Come on.
Alright, it's practically there, but, well, let's see if we can make it. Ooh, alright, that's something I need to be super careful about, so I'm getting behind the payload. Yeah, the payload is a better shield than Reinhardt in a lot of cases. Because it doesn't suddenly disappear whenever someone wants to do a fire strike. Yeah, hiding behind the payload, fantastic. But the thing you want to be aware of also is that a lot of things can go under it. Like, people can shoot you under the payload. So, be careful of that. Yeah, so I guess this was right at the end here. He probably pulled out a blade. Yeah, that was nice. He pulled it out the instant that he got it.
What a terrible soldier.
That was nice. Oh, that was nice. And he managed to hide from the D.Va ult. I can appreciate a good Genji play of the game. Well, I think we've taken a bunch of lessons from this, and I think the biggest one is to focus on focus. Right? Learning how to just be more aware of everything that's happening in the match. Everybody, my name is Cotangent Theta, and this has been Overoptimistic. I hope you guys are all going to be watching some Overwatch League games this month. They're doing the preseason right now. I know I'm definitely going to be. You can use them as an exercise for being more aware of the current state of the game of Overwatch. Now, you can't necessarily get practice like hitting tab and watching for respawns and so forth, but what you can definitely do is be aware of the kill feed, be aware of everyone's positioning, what fights are breaking out in what locations and so forth. And that is so important. Those are such important skills for when you're actually playing Overwatch, and to be able to practice them in isolation like that is very valuable, because a lot of people, when they're actually playing Overwatch, kind of tunnel vision into what they're doing, and they aren't able to really learn the other skills that they're not already applying, like focusing on the entire game state, and just being a spectator for a match, especially really great matches, fun matches like the Overwatch League matches. It's going to be great practice for everyone to go and just be more aware, get more experience with the game as a whole, as a spectator. So I hope you all enjoy those games. I hope you also enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I hope you all have a great day, and remember, if something's worth doing, it's worth doing badly.